good morning. Or, well, maybe just morning. It's Saturday. And if you thought Friday might just, fade quietly into the weekend. Think again.
Yeah, the classic Friday night news dump happened right on schedule. All the stuff they didn't want anyone actually paying attention to.
Exactly. Bureaucratic cowardice perfected. But guess what? We noticed. We're here. We have coffee. And a significant amount of sarcasm ready to deploy.
As always.
Welcome back to Bad Things Well Said Icelandic Newsroom. Today we're doing our usual subjective rundown of yesterday's, let's call them happenings, and of course the weather forecast, which feels rather judgmental this time.
Oh, it does. So what's on the menu of mismanagement today?
Right. Headlines. We've got the Nobel Peace Prize becoming somehow a tragicomic tribute to Donald Trump. Yes, really.
Can't wait for that one.
Then there's the government's master plan to save Icelandic culture with basically the spare change they found at the back of the sofa.
The Netflix tax. Tiny, but symbolic.
Symbolic of something. We'll also look at how our actual parliament building is apparently less secure than the fancy Hilton Hotel named after it. The irony is thick.
An architectural metaphor for our times. Lovely.
And finally, the absolutely perfect Icelandic word you need. Aulamistök. It explains our football team's latest disaster and, frankly, quite a lot else.
Aulamistök, sebastaskak. Get ready to use that one a lot.
So here's the deal. If you like your ignorance blissful, if you prefer not to think about how things actually work or don't work,
then honestly, just turn this off now. Do not subscribe. Consider this your official warning. You might learn something, and who wants that on a Saturday?
You've been warned. Let's get into it. Okay, first up, the world stage. Because sometimes you need that global perspective to, really appreciate the scale of our own local screw-ups, the Nobel Peace Prize.
Right. Usually a bit stuffy, maybe controversial. This year, pure farce, like straight out of a Armando Iannucci script.
So the winner was Maria Corina Machado, the Venezuelan opposition leader. Which, seems like a solid, brave choice on the surface.
Yeah, absolutely. Fighting the good fight down there. But that's not the story, is it? The real story instantly became about, guess who?
Let me guess. Does his name rhyme with rump?
Bingo. Donald Trump. His people immediately blasted the committee. The usual stuff, politics over peace, sour grapes, the works, predictable.
Standard operating procedure for him. But that's not even the weirdest part.
Not even close. The winner, Machado, then dedicates the award to Trump for his, quote, decisive support.
Wait, what? Seriously, she won the Nobel Peace Prize and used it to praise Trump, the guy who's been trying to undermine, every international institution.
Exactly. It's this bizarre transactional move. She basically took the prestige of the Nobel and handed it straight back to him as a political favor.
I mean, that's smart politics?
Yeah.
Or just incredibly cynical?
It's pure cynicism. It shows the prize itself, the symbol, is just hollowed out. It's currency now, a bargaining chip, and Trump naturally loved it.
Oh, I bet he did.
Called her up, then told everyone, she said, I'm accepting this in honor of you because you really deserved it. You can't make this stuff up.
Wow. So the Nobel Peace Prize is now basically a loyalty point scheme for strong men. That's depressing.
It's a perfect little tragic comedy. And it makes you think, right? If that's the level of integrity and statecraft at the top, what chance does our little rock in the North Atlantic have?
Yeah, good question. Which leads us nicely, I suppose, from global absurdity to homegrown fiscal folly. The government's grand plan.
Yeah.
Saving Icelandic culture.
Ah, yes. The Menningar Fremlag rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? Minister Logimar Einarsson's big idea.
Which is?
A 5% tax on streaming services, Netflix, Disney+, Ruvjon, Varp, Stow 2, Plus Away, you name it, 5% of their revenue.
5%. Okay. And how much actual money are we talking about here? Is this going to build a new Harpa concert hall or something?
No, not quite. The estimate is, wait for it, 140 to 150 million ISK a year.
Million with an M.
Million with an M. Now, just for context, remember the Play Air airline collapse? The bill for that is still being tallied, but it's several hundred million.
Right.
And Icelandic, with their merger, they're aiming for 2.4 billion in savings, or synergies as they call it.
So 150 million is, it's basically nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's a rounding error on the national budget.
It's the fiscal equivalent of finding loose change in the couch cushions. Seriously, calling it a cornerstone of cultural preservation, please. It's like trying to build a storm wall with, Lego bricks.
Lego bricks, yes. So why even bother with such a tiny amount? Is it just For show?
Yeah, probably. It looks like they're doing something, right? Taxing the big foreign streamers. It polls well, probably. It sets a precedent. Maybe they plan to hike it later. It's a legislative toe in the water.
A very, very small toe.
Yeah.
And what about the cost? The minister apparently has this touching faith that companies won't just pass it on.
Oh, yeah. He actually said it's unlikely based on Denmark. Unlikely. Has he met corporations?
Huh? Seriously. Of course, it'll be passed on. We'll all be paying 5 or maybe 6% more for Netflix next year, and they'll blame the government.
Exactly. So it's not funding culture. It's basically just another stealth tax on households who want to watch stuff. It's admitting they won't fund culture properly through, actual budgets.
So they built a tiny, leaky toll booth instead. Fantastic.
Right. From symbolic taxes to symbolic architecture. Let's talk about the Iceland Parliament Hotel, the Hilton one.
Oh, this is beautiful in a deeply unsettling way. It's right there next to the actual Alþingishúsið, our parliament building.
And it is fancy, 163 rooms, this fine dining place, a swanky bar called Telebar.
Don't forget the crowning glory, the Parliament Spa.
A Parliament Spa, it costs, 9,500 krona just to get in? For tourists to relax after a hard day's sightseeing?
It's a fortress of 5-star hospitality. Gleaming, efficient, probably very secure. A symbol of where the real investment is going, maybe?
You think? Now compare that to, say, Landsbyrli, our national hospital. The director was recently talking about how they're running on patchwork and outdated equipment because, funding.
Yeah, the contrast is just stark, isn't it? We can conjure up millions upon millions for a luxury hotel catering mostly to foreigners right next door to Parliament.
But keeping the lights on and the equipment updated at the main hospital, apparently that's a tougher ask. It says a lot about priorities, or maybe just competence.
And here's the kicker, the final perfect irony. That super fancy, secure-looking hotel stands right next to the actual Parliament building, which someone recently just walked into through an unlocked door and spent the night.
No, seriously.
Yep. So the Hilton named after Parliament is apparently more secure than Parliament itself.
Okay, that's not just irony. That's a national security memo written by Monty Python. Wow.
It really is. And if you want that same feeling, that blend of high hopes and catastrophic failure played out on a sports field.
Ah, you must mean the Iceland versus Ukraine World Cup qualifier.
The very same. A true spectacle. We scored 3 goals, 3.
Which should be brilliant. Against a strong team like Ukraine, 3 goals, you're thinking, yes, we've done it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except the final score was Iceland 3, Ukraine 5.
5. We let in 5 goals. It wasn't just a loss, it was a complete defensive meltdown. Like, we actively tried to throw it away.
The captain, Håkon Arnar Haraldsson, bless him, was pretty blunt afterwards. He basically said, concede 5, you deserve nothing.
Brutal honesty, love it. And in that failure, that spectacular own goal of a performance, we find the perfect word for this whole situation.
The word that should be echoing through the halls of government, really. It's aulamistök.
Aulamistök, did I get that reasonably right?
Close enough. It means basically idiotic mistakes, silly errors, unforced fumbles, the kind of basic incompetence that undermines everything else.
Okay, I see the connection. Leaving the parliament door unlocked.
Aulamistök.
Proposing a culture tax that raises less money than a decent bake sale.
Fiscal aulamistök.
Scoring 3 goals and still losing 5-3.
Pure, unadulterated, sporting aulamistök. It's the theme of the week, maybe the theme of the year.
It seems to be contagious. Let's do a quick roundup of other administrative highlights. Proof that the aulamistök spirit is alive and well across the board.
Okay, first up, culture again. Halldór Laxness, our Nobel Prize winner. Apparently he's disappearing from high school reading lists.
Seriously? Laxness, how does that even happen?
Who knows? Bureaucracy, probably. Anyway, the Minister of Education called it sorglegt stork, which just means sad and promise to. Wait for it. Look into it.
Ah, the classic form a committee and hope it goes away strategy. Brilliant. Expect a report in, 2029? Confirming laxness was indeed important.
Probably. Meanwhile, on the international front, Margaret Magastina, based in Blundell, the activist, she was released after being detained in Israel during that Freedom Flotilla thing.
Okay, good news that she's out.
Definitely. But when our foreign minister, Katrin Gunnarsdottir, was asked for, a reaction, a stance.
Let me guess. Something about dialogue.
You got it. Far better to maintain dialogue, which is political code for who dodged that bullet, didn't have to actually say anything meaningful.
Diplomacy as an Olympic sport in fence sitting. Got it.
But, okay, here's a story I genuinely love. A moment of pure existential confusion at the library.
Oh, library drama. Do tell.
Police were called
Yeah.
because a man was drinking alcohol in the library restroom.
Okay. Slightly odd choice of venue, maybe?
Right. They kicked him out, obviously. But the best part is the official police report. It noted his behavior, quote, does not comply with good library etiquette.
Etiquette. Not illegal, not disorderly. Just bad manners. That's amazing. He's not a criminal. He's just impolite. A modern philosopher seeking solace, perhaps?
Exactly. I kind of admire him. And the bureaucratic understatement is just chef's kiss. That's aulamistök applied to social norms.
It really is. Almost as bold, though, is Cafe Adesso. Remember them? The place shut down by the tax authority, sealed up and everything.
Vaguely, what did they do?
Well, allegedly. They just broke the official police seal, tore off the tape, and reopened for business.
No. You can't just do that.
Apparently, you can try. They got shut down again, immediately. But you have to admire the sheer nerve. The anarcho-capitalist hustle is strong with that one.
It's that weird Icelandic mix of respecting rules and completely ignoring them when inconvenient.
Yeah.
Impressive, in a deeply illegal way.
It is. But, just to bring us back down to earth for a second, while we're chuckling about library etiquette and tax rebels, Gisli Raf Olsson from the Red Cross gave an update on Gaza, ceasefire holding just about, but 1.8 million people still have no shelter.
Right. Puts the unlocked doors and tiny taxes into perspective, doesn't it? A necessary reality check.
Wow. Definitely. And speaking of reality checks, let's talk weather. Because Mother Nature seems to providing her own commentary this weekend. It's all about the
The southerly wind, creating the Great Divide, apparently. So for us here in the south and west Reykjavik, the capital region, where all the decisions get made badly.
We get the weather we deserve, perhaps?
Seems like it. The forecast is just gray, monotonous gloom. Vaitusumu, alkumbunu vederi tuas says it's moist and gloomy. Persistent drizzle. Lovely.
Soul-crushing, basically. But if you happen to live in the north or the east...
Oh, the chosen ones.
They're in the rain shadow. They get Bart Vierius paresses, clear, sunny skies. And because of the phone effect, that weird mountain wind thing...
Temperatures could hit, what was it?
15 degrees Celsius, maybe even higher in places. 15, while we shiver in the drizzle.
It's absurd. They get sunshine they didn't even earn. It's like meteorological injustice. Nature itself is mocking the capital region.
Feels like it. Okay, but one really important practical note for anyone listening who needs to get to Keflavik Airport today, Saturday.
Ah, yes. Roadworks. Crucial info.
Major work on Reykjanesbrau, the main airport road, between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. So traffic is being diverted.
Through Reykjanesbrau, right. On those smaller roads, Njarðarbrau, Jóabrau, Álarsgötu, Heiðarenda, it's going to be slow. Very
slow. So seriously, if you have a flight today, leave much earlier than you normally would. Don't risk it.
Don't commit the ultimate travel aulamistök. Plan ahead, please. So there we have it. A week summed up by epic fumbles, tiny gestures masquerading as policy, and the weather itself dividing the nation into the gloomy failures and the inexplicably sunny bystanders.
And the common thread seems to be aulamistök, those idiotic, avoidable mistakes. Maybe the solution isn't another committee. Maybe it's, I don't know, a national course in basic competence. How not to leave doors unlocked 101.
Or maybe we just give up, move north, and enjoy the 15 degrees while it lasts. Seems easier somehow.
Tempting, isn't it?
Yes, very. Okay, final thought for you listening. We told you not to subscribe. We warned you this might challenge your carefully cultivated sense of blissful ignorance.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't follow us. Honestly, being this aware of the constant low-level absurdity, it's exhausting. Go back to ignoring it. It's nicer there.
You've been thoroughly warned. This has been Bad Things Well Said Icelandic Newsroom.
See you next time.
Disclaimer. The voices in this podcast were generated by AI. However, all information, facts, claims, concepts, and the script itself were prepared, editorial reviewed, and are the original work of a human author.